Hello everyone, I hope you're fine and sound and also continuing with your regular studies. Please do so, else you will laid back, which we don't want at all. Nowadays, we are extremely cautious about our well-being. We are glued to the different news channels. We are keeping us engaged in reading newspapers to know about the well-being of the entire nation. We have chosen this quarantine, we have chosen this isolation because we want to see each and every citizen of our country in a good frame. We want the well-being of each and every one around us. Thus, we are praying for each and every citizen of our country. So I thought of beginning today our lesson with chapter 11, which deals with our country, India. To let you know, children, India has the longest written constitution in the world, and it is a part of the largest continent of the world, Asia. So today our topic will be our motherland, India. Let us all see that what we all can discover about our motherland, about India. Going to the next page, we can see that at the top you're having a flow chart where the location has been given, Indian neighbors, the names are given, political divisions and land of diversity under the headings are given. Just go through them for your convenience. Now we are moving to location of India. India is located in South Asia. Asia is the largest continent of the earth, okay, which locates in the northern hemisphere. It is a vast country which is 3,214 km from north to south and 2,933 km from east to west. The southern part of India is surrounded by three water bodies: the Arabian Sea in the west, the Bay of Bengal in the east, and the Indian Ocean in the south. So we are surrounded by three oceans. That is why we are called peninsula. Please do remember, as Indian subcontinent is surrounded by three different water bodies from different sides, it is called peninsula. We will come to it later on. Now, moving to the next page, India and its neighbors. India shares its border with Pakistan and Afghanistan in the northwest. Please refer to the map that I have given you when you will read it, okay? Nepal, Bhutan and China in the north, Bangladesh and Myanmar in the east. Sri Lanka and Maldives lie to its south. India is separated from Sri Lanka by a narrow channel of water. Underline it and please write, it is called as Palk Strait, Palkstrait, Palk Strait. India maintains good relations with its neighbor. It has to. We all should maintain good relations with our neighbors. Isn't it? Why? Because we may need them anytime. Like we have heard that Pakistan, our neighboring country, is they have asked for the one particular type of medicine from India. So it's the neighbors that will always ask for something or the other, and we may also ask for any help from them. India trades with other countries in goods such as electronic goods, precious stones, petroleum and so on. India sells many products such as different varieties of tea, spices and cotton to other countries. So it is called trade. It is called international trade. When we want something in return of something, like you have read that the Vedic people, the Indo-Aryans, they started the barter system. Why did they start the barter system? Because they needed some things and they also wanted to give few things that others need from them. So Similarly, India deals in with like trades with other countries in all these goods, and it also like sells different spices, tea and cotton to other countries. This is called international trade. Now we are coming to India political divisions. What are the different political divisions that we will see? India is a big country. More than 1 billion people live here. It is the second largest population in the world after China. It has 29 states and 7 union territories that include the national capital territory of Delhi. Each state and union territory has its own capital where the seat of its government is also based. Regarding this, you may have a question about Jammu and Kashmir that you all have seen in the news. So regarding this, I have given you some write-up. Please do read it and your confusion will be cleared. Now, going to the next page, you will see that there are 3 lists that I have here in the book, which deals with states and its capitals and also the union territories. What you will do is first work is to learn all the names of the state capitals. That is the first work that I am assigning to you. All right, because when the school opens, I will be asking you separately. Okay. Now, next we are coming to India, a land of diversity. India is known for its diversity, which is found in its landform, climate, and also in its population. People with different cultures live here. They speak different languages. There are 22 different languages that have been recognized in the Constitution of India. So, in a country like India, there where 1.35 million people live, they speak 22 different languages. Okay. Now, then we will see like why it is India is known for its diversity. So diversity means when there are different aspects like different variety of landforms, mountain, plateaus, plain, island, desert, and the climate is also different. Some part receive the heaviest rainfall, some part remain dry as desert. And also in its population, some states have a very thick population and some states are not very densely populated. So diversity is found everywhere in India. We will see how, in spite of all this diversity, India is united, as we are standing united at this juncture of crisis. We all are standing united. So we will see why is India called the land of unity in diversity. So it is said that people belonging to different parts of India wear different kinds of clothes. Very naturally, people, those who live in the mountainous region, they wear the woolen clothes, they wear firan. People of Jammu and Kashmir, they wear woolen long coats which are called phiran. Again, people who live in the drier state of Rajasthan, they try to wear light cotton clothes, isn't it? So they differ in their clothing. Not only in their clothing, their food habits are also different. They follow different religions. Naturally, we have so many religious beliefs in our country, isn't it? In spite of all these differences, people are united. We all are Indians. India is therefore called a land of unity in diversity. Yes, it is a land of unity in diversity where we all are different, but still we all are the same. We all are Indians. Now, children, here in the exercises, please do choose the correct option, match the following true, false, and give one word in the A4 size copy and keep a record with you. All right. And for the answer the following questions, every time I give you the answers, this time also I have given you answers. So and together with it, I have also given you few more question answers. Please do them. I have given some more fill in the blanks. Please do them. And also I have set a worksheet for you. You have to do it on an A4 size paper and keep the record with you until we get back to school, and then you can stick it to your classwork copy. All right. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.